Hi, and welcome to Focus on Health. I'm Jay Cohen, Director of the Winsted YMCA, and we're happy to have you with us today. Every episode, we talk to individuals and businesses and organizations in the general community who are doing things to make themselves, their community healthier, or just have fun together. And tonight, we've got another wonderful guest, Alexei Bacaretz, who's the Health and Aquatics Director for the Canaan branch of the Northwest Connecticut Y. So one of my colleagues, and Alexei, I'm happy to have you with us tonight.
Happy to be here, Jay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And you haven't been with us very long. It's only been a few months now.
It's 6 months almost to the day. Tomorrow will be my 6 month anniversary, I guess.
It is flying by. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I hope it's flying by for you as well.
It is a little too fast, actually. The time just goes right past you, and the weeks, I wish they'd slow down a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot to get done and a lot to make the place run. So tell me a little bit more, or tell everyone about what your role is there now.
Well, I am the Wellness and Aquatics Director, so I was hired basically as a program specialist to get those programs up and running and sailing, so to speak. So my background has led me to pretty much the perfect position for me. Having a aquatics background and a wellness background together, this seems to be the perfect fit for the Northwest YMCA and myself.
Now, so where did you come to us from?
I came from the Waterbury YMCA. It was the only other YMCA that I was ever involved with, and I started off there as just a member, and then started working a part-time job there while I was in college, and then from there I became a personal trainer, and now all these experiences have basically left me with the Northwest Y, and I'm very happy to be here. It's a perfect fit.
Yeah, well, that's what we like to do in the Y. Find good people and suck them in.
Yes, that's perfect.
Make them part of our family.
It worked great.
And we have we share a lot with the Waterbury Ys. As a lot of people probably know, Ys are independent, but we partner well. So if you're a member at one, you can take your membership and visit any Y in the country virtually, and it works out well. So it's nice that also employees can easily go from Y to Y throughout their career and find those new opportunities. And
it's really much like a family. And I was very surprised when I went from one Y to another how supportive both YMCAs were, and how I guess the respect between the two YMCAs was there and very evident. And I really appreciate that. And I knew I was in the right fit for myself with such a friendly community at both ends of the state. So it was very nice.
Excellent. Now, you mentioned, so it takes your experiences. So you've got a professional background in health, and tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, as I said, I basically started just casually exercising at the Waterbury YMCA, and with just kind of wanting to improve my health, I realized that was something that I wanted to do for others as well. So I was in college and decided to switch majors from a print journalism major to an exercise science major. So in doing that, I was told that there's no way you're going to graduate on time, type of thing. You better be sure you want to do that. And I said, no, I'm very passionate about this. My hobbies and my love for health and wellness and exercise, I think could be a career for me someday, and I want to make that happen. So when everyone tells you you can't get it done, you find a way. So I did basically a 4-year degree in 2 years, taking extra classes, and then I was actually traveling from New Haven, where I went to school at Southern Connecticut State University. I was traveling to Waterbury during the week to work as a wellness advisor, and this is a small little part-time job there. And then I would go back and go to school and study my health and wellness and exercise science, and then little by little I got my degree done and was working in a physical therapy clinic for a while, so as part of my internship. So I was kind of torn between the two different areas that I wanted to go into: rehab or personal training, or health wellness specialist, whatever you could do with the degree. And I decided to get involved with YMCA. I really enjoyed their mission, and it was just something I wanted to be a part of. I felt at home there, and it was the best decision I ever made, was to stay with the YMCA.
That's great. Now, so where did aquatics come into the picture?
Aquatics was something that actually came into the picture first. I was a age group swimmer from ages 8 to until I went to high school. So I swam with the Watertown Rec age group team, and I excelled quite early at that sport and was the state champion back in the mid-90s for some of my events, butterfly specifically. And so my love for exercise and health came from when I was a kid. I was pushed into swimming. My mom was a swimmer. My sister was a swimmer. So obviously you're going to be a swimmer too.
Had little choice.
Yeah, I had little choice, but it was a great choice to follow.
Yeah.
Had much success. So I said, one day I'm going to coach a swim team. I'm just going to do it. And I ended up doing it a couple of years ago. I got a head coaching job with Chase Collegiate, varsity swimming in Waterbury, Connecticut. So I was building my personal training business. I was going literally down a flight of stairs to coach a swim team and build that program. And it's the perfect combination for the job that I'm doing now. I'm doing those things, but now it's just all under one roof with one title. It's perfect.
Well, I've always believed that everything happens for a reason.
It does.
The right opportunities come to you when you just kind of put yourself out there and do what you love. I mean, obviously, you're passionate about it. It's nice when your passion aligns with your career. So
I strongly suggest you try to make that happen in any way possible. Try to get exactly what you want out of the job you're looking for, and or just make it happen. Whether it's going for extra schooling or working nights to pay for school, it's worth it in the end. And I feel like it's all coming together now.
Excellent. So I know how hard we work at the Y, so it's probably not much of it, but what do you like to do with your free time when you're not there at the Y?
Well, sometimes I even combine my transportation to work and my exercise at the same time. So just last week I biked 35 miles to work and
Wow.
35 miles back. So sometimes I'll
And it's not flat in this area.
It's not flat. It's not flat. It's like 2,200 feet of climbing. So my legs were shot last week, actually. But what I do is I mainly will participate in triathlons, and I was part of and still am part of a Waterbury YMCA triathlon club, and it's a great hobby. It does take up a lot of time, but the way I would describe it is just like anything. If you love doing what you're doing, it's not really work. So my hobbies don't really ever feel like work. I want to be doing it anyway. After a couple hours from now, I'll probably be in the pool, almost certainly. So it just helps me relieve stress and live by example to my members.
Excellent. And you mentioned Triathlon Club. I know within our Y, we're trying to build that as well. It's such a popular sport, and for good reason. I mean, it's fun, it's competitive, it's great for your health, and it just combines so many different opportunities, and everybody has strengths in different areas. I know that our aquatics director at the Winsted branch, his focus is on aquatics, and so he tries to help people who can maybe improve a lot in that area.
Right.
And so it's nice when we can combine all the different branches and bring all those resources to bear to help people be successful in their goals.
That's right. Yep. So we how we did it when I was part of the triathlon club inception was we started with a small little biking program, and then people were running together, and then we were like, what if we just add the swimming and make it a triathlon club? So we're in the process of doing that here in the Northwest Y as well, and we will. It's the interest in the sport is growing and growing every single year, so it's only a matter of time. It's going to happen, and I've seen it happen before, and I know it will happen again.
Sure. Yeah. So if anyone out there watching this is interested in getting involved with the Triathlon Club, call the Y, any of our branches, and we'll make sure to get you hooked up, and Alex A will help make that happen. So what's been your favorite part of your new role so far?
As well as an aquatic director of the Canaan branch, probably my favorite part is starting something that wasn't in existence before. So this is, as far as I know, this is our first master swim team in Canaan that we've ever tried to put together. And it is small, but we have some very good talent on the team. We have a former Division I college swimmer on the team. It's just breaking new ground is really cool, and I really appreciate being in the driver's seat for that, or having a hand in it. I would say that's probably number one. also just meeting new people in any way, shape, or form, and that happens every single day. In Canaan, we have a lot of out-of-towners come in from New York, Massachusetts, and there's different people to meet every day. It's a small YMCA, but I see new faces quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a small but busy YMCA. I know it's bursting at the seams, and we're hoping to expand it at some point.
Yes, we would love to see that. We would love to see that, and we will.
But yeah, it's all about meeting people, building those relationships, and it's what we're all about. Mm-hmm. And it is fun, creating new opportunities for people and helping people and seeing them succeed. Mm-hmm. And just giving them the support and the resources to do that. So do you ever have some downtime, between work and swimming and biking? It sounds like you're constantly moving.
There's always something to do. I feel like, one way or another with my position, I try to balance it the best I can. So there's always something to do. If there's not something to do in wellness, there's something to do in aquatics. If there's not something to do in aquatics, it's wellness. But more than likely, I'm trying to learn how to spread myself out evenly so everything gets the right amount of attention. And in your first 6 months in any job, I think it's a challenge to try to chart this new territory and utilize yourself to the best of your ability. So there is downtime. There's not a lot, but I try to make the most of my weeks. And if I can, on the weekends, scale back a little bit just for some mental rejuvenation. But it gets easier every single week. Sure. And I'm finding actually myself getting more efficient in my time. So little by little, I'm allowing myself more time if I can get the same amount of work done in less time or more work done in the same amount of time. So it's really at that 6-month mark. I'm starting to see it.
Nice.
Coming together.
That's good. I know last weekend you joined us for the annual Highland Lake 10K run out here in Winsted.
That's right.
And you lost me very quickly. You're off and running. I pulled up the rear there. I want to make sure the last people got in safely.
It's very important when it's your own race. Yes, it's very important. There was a lot of us there actually. The CEO, Greg Briscoe, was there. Jay was there. We had a lot of Y staff there. A lot of familiar faces, but that's what we're all about. We're about getting together, improving the community, improving our health, all at the same time. Getting youth involved. Some of the fastest finishers that day one of them was a 13-year-old boy. He beat me by 4 minutes. So we're hitting all aspects of what the Y is all about, and in just one day, it's a great thing to be a part of. Really cool.
Yeah. To me, one of the key words you just mentioned there is community. Mm-hmm. Really not just about the walls of the Y and within those walls, and it's really about reaching out. And I'm sure you've had the opportunity to make a lot of connections in Canaan since you've been there.
Yes, we have.
What are some of those cool relationships you've been either expanding or reconnecting or building new ones?
It's a good question. Well, one thing first I want to say is when you join the YMCA, you're not joining a gym, you're joining a community. And that community does exist within 4 walls, and it exists very much so outside of the YMCA and the branches of this particular YMCA. So what I've been trying to do in my role in Canaan is to see what the community needs. And it's taken me all my time so far, and I'm still learning, and I know I'll learn more tomorrow and the week after.